What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. Now, in this one, I am late to do news on Khalifa and Kale, right? I am late on them. It is what it is, but it's important I talk about them very briefly because of how the scheduling is potentially going to play out for the end stretch of 2021 for Dokkan, right? And going into the new year and how everything is going to play out. So the celebration for these girls is going to be absolutely fantastic. A lot of people were hoping it was Super Vegeta, myself included, and this is kind of a left field type of stuff to happen, but it's kind of a whatever. They're very good. Should you summon them from their banner? It's completely up to you whether or not you would want to. In my personal opinion, for the free-to-play account, I am not going to summon unless there is discounts. So if there's discounts for their banner, I might just do the discounts and that's it and see what I get. And it is what it is. Similar to what Gohan, Garlic Jr. or Gohan was, where there's a step up. I did the step up, like the free to play stuff, like the discount multis, and that was it, right? And I got what I got, and I was lucky enough to get them. If they do the same thing with Khalifa and Kale, I'll probably do the same thing. But that's besides the point. Their celebration is actually really freaking loaded with a lot of really cool stuff. You know what I mean? So is their celebration very good for the end of the year and valid for the end of the year celebration? Yes, I would say so. I would say these girls in the celebration are worthy of being the end game or the last month celebration because they introduced two major EZAs, a bunch of free-to-play EZAs, and an LR that's actually really good, which is in God Goku and Hit LR. Now, with that being said, here is how I think everything's gonna play out. So let's go over here into the This is last year's, right? This is last year's time slot for 2020 for the Christmas stuff. So the thank you celebration is coming to an end. There's only like 2 to 3 days left on the thank you celebration like events for Dokkan, so that's going to come to an end. We should see the Christmas stuff happening literally within a couple of days. We should see this campaign, the Christmas campaign come, and then the Merry Christmas campaign come a week and a half or 2 weeks later after this one starts, right? And then part 2 is the end of the year, and then leading up to the New Year celebration and the part 2 of New Year celebration, which is the January celebration, right? So let's break it down and where I think everything's going to come in. So starting off with, not this one. There it is. Starting off with the Glittering Hope one. So I'm just using this as a reference. This is not what's actually happening, right? So Cal and Khalifa are just going to replace these guys, right? And are just going to be the celebration that's coming right now, here soon, hopefully, right? And I would imagine there's going to be a lot here for us. There's going to be the category style for like their sub for like rapid growth, not bond of friendship, or both of them in some way. I know it's gonna be like bond of friendship. That's the new category they're introducing, which is actually not that bad. So they're probably gonna get a category summit, obviously Elder Kai. Then they're gonna get their event. There's gonna be an Ultimate Clash. There's gonna be some EZA stuff for the Universe 6 characters, a bunch of story events, Dokkan events, like a really simple thing. A lot of the Universe 6 obviously is going to come back, so nothing too crazy there. So there's a lot for us here, right, when it comes to the celebration. And it's a very small celebration. This thing's only going to last like a week and a half. Like, this is not going to be here for that long, you know what I mean? So a week, 2 weeks, whatever, right? It's not going to be here for very long. Then after the celebration is when we get the Christmas celebration, the actual Christmas celebration. And this has like the Elder Kai, Goku, like Trunks and Mai. I think there's a Bulma one or like a Chi-Chi and Goku one or something like that. I forget. But then this is going to have like the Redstone, like the buyable Dragon Stone. And then obviously this. And then here's the nitty gritty of it, right? Here's where timing is interesting, because as the Kaon Khalifa one ends, right, and it's just them and just that banner, and Hit and Goku are introduced like a week or so later, then it's like, what happens with something like this? For anybody that doesn't know, right, or anybody that doesn't recall, new players, all like that, is on the JP side, they released a Dokkan Fest, which was BoJack for for the month of December. And then their LR was Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but they decided to make Super Saiyan 2 Gohan both a global and JP thing, right? Despite the fact that it didn't fit Global's celebration theme, and pushing Jiren back to the new year in January, around like like middle of January, right? Like part 2 or something like that. We'll get into that, right? So now the like my theory is they're gonna do this again, and they're gonna push back Hit and Goku, similar to what they did with Jiren, to the middle of January. Now, with that being said, where's Janemba? You know what I mean? Janemba should have been out already, despite the fact they released an LR banner with Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku and Super Saiyan 2 physical Vegeta. They released an LR banner that wasn't Janemba, that fit in the time slot for Janemba, and they could have done Janemba, but they didn't. So now, when is Janemba gonna come? Who the fuck knows? Like, and I'm mad a little bit because it should have been out already. Because now the possibility exists that either Hit and Goku are going to get pushed like until February, or it's going to be Janemba. One of the two is going to get pushed, right? Unless they release like Goku and Hit like a week after like Kale and Caulifla release, right? And then they like release Janemba. So there's going to be like 3 summonable LRs in the month of December, which I don't think they're going to do. They're going to delay one of them, and it's going to be Hit and Goku, and it's going to take up where Jiren came out early this year, and then Janemba's going to be fucking in February, like some random banner, you know what I mean? So that's where it's like kind of like, whatever, you know what I mean? Janemba should have already been out, but I keep beating a dead horse. And then if that comes into play, then that means we're going to get an LR similar to what happened with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which, as you don't know, if for some people that don't know, for the JP celebration, it's Android 17 and 18, right? And then freaking, what is it? Most likely, they're going to get an LR that's a future Gohan or future Gohan card or an LR similar to that, right? So, like, is that going to happen for both Global and JP, or are we going to get a Dokkan, like a Global first Dokkan, a Global first LR for us, like it's exclusive to us or something like that? I don't know. Or they're not going to do that, and they're just going to release Hit and what's it called? Hit and Goku during this time slot, right? And that's going to be the celebration. You know, that's going to be the LR for the month of December, or they might do both. And then Janemba could come out when Jiren came out earlier this year in the middle of January. So it's really left to be seen. We don't know anything, nothing set in stone. We have to wait for the celebration to come out and see how it's all really going to play out. But we'll for sure as hell know here in a couple of days once they, do the data download for Kale and Caulifla and all this other stuff, right? So, and for the celebration that's going to happen here very, very soon. So going on forward, part 2 for the Christmas stuff is just big. It's just this big Merry Christmas Dokkan Festival banner, which is going to have the returning Year 6 LR. So UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta are going to take these two. And then who knows who the Dokkan featured cards are. It's probably going to be Tech Gogeta, maybe. This big maybe. And who knows who else. Who was these? Who were these guys? So it was Goblos and Blue Bros. So it's going to be the Year 6, right? It's going to be the Year 6. And then it's probably going to be Gogeta and then the Blue Bros behind. So it's going to be something similar like that. Because this banner, don't summon on this banner. If you want another shot at getting the Year 6, then sure, why not, right? If you could buy them outright, that's it, right? But then there's also like the discount multis and stuff like that for these guys. I'm not going to be summoning for this banner. I'm just letting you know for either of my accounts. Like, so I'm not even going to touch this because an even more important one is going to come out, which is the New Year stuff, right? There's nothing crazy coming out for like part 2 or nothing like that. You know what I mean? There's probably going to be an Easy A, packs, all this stuff, right? Super Battle Road stages, celebration, all that shit, right? There's going to be a lot of stuff here, maybe a world tournament, who knows, right? But the big one is the New Year's celebration. that when it actually turns 2022, who knows what we're gonna get? But here's kind of a guarantee, quote unquote. Don't take this 100%, you know what I mean, word for it. There's obviously going to be the step up banner, like that is going to happen, right? Hopefully. And the step up banner, you need a minimum, if they're going to repeat what they did last year, which is 3 rounds, each round is 200 stones for full completion. You're going to need 600 stones in order to do 3 full rotations, which anybody who does Dokkan will tell you in any conceivable way, this is what you summon for. This is where the prepping of and going into the final year of the game, like the final month of the game, going into New Year, is the step up banner, dude. The step up banner is so fantastic, and I'm gonna be saving up for this on my free to play account for sure, getting a bare minimum 600 stones for this. Now, you don't have to, there's a positive to this. You have a whole month to prepare, quote unquote, prepare for the step up banner, right? And then a whole month after it comes out, so the whole month of January for the most part, for the step up banner to be here, so you have a whole month, and they're gonna give out a bunch of stones, man. There's gonna be a bunch of events that are gonna give out a lot of stones. They're just gonna give out a bunch of stones, so you can properly save up for this, and you can slowly do the step up. You don't have to save up 600 in total, then do all three rounds. Do it paced, right? But make sure you do, if you can get 1 done, if at bare minimum do at least 1. If you can, do 3, right? So hopefully they didn't fuck up this celebration, this summon like they did last year. Last year was crazy, man. They messed up God Goku, UI God Goku. You can only get him as the final character in each round, and people were really upset about that, and they refunded everybody their stones. You know, it was crazy, right? And this is where Super Vegeta is going to come out, is the start of January. So Super Vegeta is most likely going to be the Dokkan Festival card in January. You know what I mean? Basically this time slot, right? And who knows, right? Who knows what's going to happen? But I would imagine he's going to come out around this time. Is whenever Angel Frieza came out, is when Super Vegeta is going to come out. If it wasn't Super Vegeta, it was Count Khalifa. You know what I mean? Unless they do something crazy and then release the androids or or Trunks or whatever. I don't know, man. But after Super Vegeta, it's going to be Trunks. After Super Vegeta, or you know what I mean? After Super Vegeta, it's going to be Trunks. And then after Trunks, it's going to be the androids. And then who knows after that, right? So there's a lot here for us, right? So this is super, super exciting for global, right? So and that's kind of where I want to lead off, is like we can see either Hit or Goku fill in when Jiren came out in the middle of January, or this is when Janemba's finally going to come out, right? Regardless, we're going to get an LR, and it's going to be either one of those two here in Jiren's slot, or a brand new one. I don't know, right? But most likely it's going to be either one of those two. Most likely Janemba, hopefully Janemba, and they release Goku and Hit on a timely manner, right? They don't mess up. And there's going to be a bunch of stuff here. This is just a bunch of endgame stuff, right? So, and finishing them. And after that, who knows, right? So I just kind of wanted to give a little perspective of what might be happening, how everything's going to slowly play out. You know what I mean? You can look at these campaigns yourself on the Dokkan Wiki, you know what I mean? This is a fantastic resource, man, for Dragon Ball, right? For Dokkan, right? So, closing up the thank you celebration, going into the final month of 2021 is fantastic, right? There's a lot here, or who knows? They might surprise us with a bunch of new shit. They might really surprise us with a bunch of new shit. So it's really left to be seen. We'll know for sure here in a couple of days, and then after that, we'll know more and more, right? The for sure is going to be the step up, the Merry Christmas banner that's going to have the year 6 anniversary units, right? The LRs. Everything else is kind of like a maybe, you know what I mean? Or what if, or maybe this, or this could happen. I don't, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And we'll just have to see as it comes out, right? Nothing's set in stone until it happens, but you know, we'll see. All right, guys, I do appreciate you guys watching until the end of the video. This is just my little 2 cents about it. Nothing too crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me see like maybe some theories or whatever. They could do something crazy and do some new shit for us. I don't know. it's really left to be seen. Oh yeah, and then like version Z is gonna happen like in the beginning of next year. So there's there's that whole celebration. Oh dude, they're gonna mess up the times, man. That's insane. Oh dude. Oh, there's so much there's not enough time to fit all these celebrations and not enough stones to go around, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for Virgin Z. I'm excited for the celebrations that are gonna come up. It's gonna be a lot of fun, right? So all right guys, so I do appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys here real soon. All right, peace.